I'm Whitney Talks, founder and talk show host of Whitney Talks TV. I am 21 years old from Houston, Texas, and I am building my brand.
So hey guys, I'm here today with Whitney Talks. Whitney, how are you doing today?
Hi Kiana, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for allowing me to interview you and feature you on my site.
Absolutely.
So excited. So a question that I normally like to ask people based off of my brand is what makes you not your average girl and what makes you stand out from others in your industry?
Well, I would have to say what makes me such a not an average girl would have to be being so young at, my age. Maintaining school and my brand, just grinding and reaching out to others for their brand and helping them set a platform.
Exactly.
So and just going with the flow, like everything's authentic and natural. I am who you see on social media and on the show. It's just organic.
I completely agree, and it's definitely a struggle trying to balance work and career and
social life,
everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I definitely applaud you for going through and following through with your career.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So could you kind of tell us more about the start of Whitney Talks and what is Whitney Talks?
Okay, so Whitney Talks TV originally started January of 2016. And what it was just a entertainment-based platform talk show. My brother's in the entertainment industry. He's an upcoming artist from Houston. So I was always around, artists, fashion designers, photographers, because he's always having photo shoots. And, I'm in school studying mass comm journalism, so I'm like, I need to incorporate what I'm doing, and I have it all right here. I have the audience. I have the platform. I just need to build my brand. So with that being said, I started Whitney Talk TV. I interviewed some local upcoming artists in the Houston area. Like, I did 2 or 3 interviews in one day for my first one, and I was so nervous, but I was knocking them out. My brother was like, this is what you asked for, so you got to keep on going. So from that being said, it was just a start. And then WhitneyTalks.com just originally started in May of 2017. So that was the start of that, just so people know who Whitney Talks is. I showcase, the interviews that are on there, the events that I have, and contact information so you can contact in regards to, to get an interview on.
Wow, that is so exciting. And you've been doing this for a while now, so that's really good.
Yeah, I'm stepping in slowly but surely, but it's a learning process, and I love every bit of it.
Definitely. So how have you gone about branding yourself and keeping your brand relevant?
Consistency, staying consistent with everything, whether it's getting new merch in, having events so people know, Whitney Talks is doing something all the time. Photo shoots, interviews, you know what I mean, writing articles. I just have to stay consistent with something. I can't let it be a dead time because, you know what I mean, it's so competitive. You have to be on top of the game at all times. And if you don't, somebody else will come and take your place.
Exactly. And that's what I tell people, regardless of what industry you're in, whatever it is that you're doing, you have to stay consistent.
Stay consistent. All the time.
What do you look for when featuring artists on your website?
I would have to say, honestly, anybody that's striving for something and they have a passion for it and working hard and they stay consistent, I'm like, I would like to interview them. And when I'm talking to people and I see they have a passion for what they do, and that excites me. I love talking to people about something what do you want to do in life? What's your ultimate goal? Where do you see yourself in 10 years? How can we get better and brand? How can I help you brand yourself better? So that's all I'm about, is helping others and helping them build to where they want to be.
That is so great. I really like that. So you recently just had an event, Young Entrepreneurs of Houston. Could you tell us more about that?
Yes, Young Entrepreneurs of Houston was my first networking event of Houston. And I was so grateful for everything about it. The vendors, media press, and my network came out, sponsors, everything. Every family and friends that helped put the event together. And then I was also launching the Whitney Talks Foundation. And with that being said, it's I'm in partnership with MD Anderson Cancer Center. And I'm, the 10% of the proceeds from the event are going to the Whitney Talks Foundation, helping the patients of MD Anderson Cancer Center.
That is so great. And could you tell us kind of what inspired the Whitney Talks Foundation?
Well, my father passed away in 2008 of lung cancer, so I've always wanted to help volunteer. I I was early age when he passed. I was only 12, you know, so I really couldn't do much, and it was such a touchy situation. I wasn't, you know, prepared for it. And now with my brand, I have my brand established on my website, and I have the fan base and the audience now. So I'm like, you know, I'm gonna actually go about and make something like happen. So I reached out to MD Anderson, and I let them know. I introduced myself, let them know, you know, a little bit about Whitney Talks and Whitney Talks.tv, and we made it happen.
Wow. That is so great that you even thought to take it beyond Whitney Talks TV and take it beyond your website and, you know, actually kind of like give back to the community. So
it's all about helping.
Exactly. And it's all for a great cause as well. So that's very good. So you also write articles on Yes Jules. Could you tell us more about those articles and what inspires the content?
Yes. I write for YesJules.com. She is a social media based from Miami. Basically just about entrepreneurship, building your brand, staying consistent, what's you know, what's hot, what's popping, what's cool now, like what's trending. Just all about, you know, branding basically. I'll talk about my first article I did was I believe it was like how to build your brand and maintain, like, you know, your average lifestyle, being a college student, and just going about there. And sometimes I write about local fashion designers or upcoming, you know what I mean, or, you know, what's trending now. So it's just all over in general, just a life culture type of thing.
That's really cool. And I like that you have that aspect as well, just because it's so much, you know, that's going on in society and like with our trends and fashion, entertainment business, and all that. So aside from like the interviews, I think that is really cool that you incorporate, I guess, like the social light of our society as
Absolutely.
well.
You just have to keep it going. That's what, like, it's all about consistency no matter what. Like, if it has to do with your brand or someone else's, you know, at least you're just, you're staying on top of it. Stay on top of the game.
Exactly. So throughout your career as Whitney Talks, what is one thing that you have learned?
I mean, I'm learning every day. I'm still learning. Like, my main thing is time management. Because I try to do everything at one time, and I never like to tell people no. I'm all about, you know, helping everybody and just, you know what I mean? If you ask me for something, I'm going to try to get it done. Regardless. And sometimes I have to sit back and think, okay, Whitney, can you actually afford to do that? Or, you know what I mean? Like, do you have time in your day to plan out and do it? And that's what I'm learning right now. Like, sometimes it's good to say no and step back and, you know, let people know ahead of time. I can't do it all, and I don't want to, you know, halfway do the job. So maybe we can schedule for a different time. So time management is my thing that I'm learning. Like, you know, as I'm going, but I'm trying. That's definitely one though.
And is there anything that you might have done different, maybe throughout your process, or
different? I mean, I don't think so.
Everything is a learning
Everything is just natural. Like, it's organic. If it happens, it happens. Like, you know, life happens. So, I mean, I can't control anything. I just leave it up to God and pray that, you know, Whitney Talks just grows on and the platform grows bigger, and I'm able to help other people brand themselves. So I'm going to just leave it up to Him.
Wow, I really like that. That is so great. So could you kind of tell us, like, what is next for the Whitney Talk brand, and what do you plan to do next?
Well, let me see. I am actually right now working on not relaunching, but I have another site I'm building right now for Whitney Talks.tv. So I'm working on that. So, you know, it'll definitely be linked to the WhitneyTalks.com site as well. It'll just be another platform and another branch, I should say. So that way, you know, you just get that. It'll just be full of the interviews and just, you know, the branding of others. And WhitneyTalks.com is basically just about me, about what I do and how, you know, about the brand. So.
Gotcha. So what advice would you give to other young entrepreneurs?
Other young entrepreneurs, I would say just stay consistent, pray, keep God first, like for sure. Like you have to. You never know what might happen. You know what I mean? And you start something and you want to finish it. You don't want to, like, you know, start one day and get a little lazy. You know what I mean? Like, just keep on pushing, stay consistent, and don't let others, you know, knock you down. You know what I mean? It might just be, you know, something, an idea in your head, but it could be a multi-million-dollar company one day. So you keep on going, and you stay consistent and push and pray, and you got it. Like, you know?
That is very good advice. Pray, pray, pray.
Yes, keep God first. Absolutely.
Wow. So how can we keep up with Whitney Talks, and where can we find you?
Keep up to date with Whitney Talks. Social handles, Whitney Talks. Instagram. My personal Instagram is Whitney Talks, and I showcase Whitney Talks.tv all the time on my personal, just because it's just like it's just the thing. Like it's a natural thing. You can also visit Whitney Talks.tv on Instagram, WhitneyTalks.com, and my contact information's all there if you want to schedule for an interview. And basically Twitter, Whitney Talks.
Yeah. Everything Whitney Talks.
Everything Whitney Talks.
That is so great. Well, thank you. I appreciate you for allowing me to interview you today.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And you guys stay tuned and look forward for our next feature.